Okay, just a little bit of economics, just a little bit of economics. Not much, I promise. Um, I would like to say thank you to the UK government, believe it or not, as an institution, um, because yes, I haven't been able to work for several years, and the system that this country provides, it's not really the government, it's the country, the system that Britain provides has really helped me. Um, it's helped me remain independent through illness and keep a separate life from, if there are countries that don't have the system that we have, and with the history of my family, it's been so important that I got away from them, and that's only been in the last couple of years. I can't imagine going back to them, and the it's I need to say thank you to the people of this country too. For obviously it's paid for out of taxation. Um, Obviously there are laws, and obviously I qualify for it. It's the system that this country has, but I really do say thank you every day, um, because I do benefit from that system, and that's why over the last 2 years on my other channel, I didn't monetize it. I haven't taken any money for readings. I wanted to give back because I finally found a way that I could give back, with something that I knew I could do. Obviously, I was still learning and still improving, but it was my way of giving back to society. I felt it was like my social contract. In a similar way, when I, unable to work, and I was living in London and my mother was living in Leeds, both my sisters were working, so I did the support thing, on a much smaller scale. I hope that's still been recording. On a much smaller scale, so my sisters could earn and obviously pay more tax into the system. I did the care of my mother for 12 years, going up and down to Leeds. That didn't work out very well. I seem to have got dismissed. But, on a much smaller scale, I didn't want her needing to call on emergency services or social services or what have you on her part, but also it was a family understanding that my sisters could focus on their careers and they could sort of further themselves, because I have to say at the time I felt like damaged goods and I didn't really have much of an outlook, but that's all changed, and I'm setting my sights higher and higher and higher now, and my goal would to become self-sufficient, and maybe one day I'll be able to come off benefits. That would be a miracle for me. I would love to do it, but in the meantime I will continue to give back in any way that I can, like through readings, because I know that when a reading connects with you, and sometimes it's even just one word that somebody says to trigger, oh crikey, yes, and it just changes somebody's focus and helps them. Well, hopefully it's more than one word, but I know that I've got myself to a standard now where I really am helping people, and it's taken a lot of study and a lot of sort of practices and what have you, but I know that I don't have a set schedule because of chronic fatigue syndrome, but doing tarot readings is something that you can do, 4 o'clock in the morning, or 10 o'clock at night, or 11 o'clock in the morning. So, I've got a lot of hope that going forwards, there's, I'll be able to find a way when circumstances, sort of living circumstances, are more conducive to it, that I can support myself. I said it. There you go. I'm working for that day. But I just want to say thank you for providing the opportunity for me not to sort of go under in a very nasty family environment, to maintain my independence and give me the opportunity and possibility to come from sort of being underwater to then sort of break even, or sort of, hit the surface, and then hopefully come up for a big gasp of air after several years of, not feeling that great about financial situations and what have you. So, yes, thank you. But as I say, I do have a strong social. I feel that everybody should have a social bond or a social responsibility, and I chose the ways that I could give back. When I could, I used to volunteer at a charity shop. So I've never sort of taken 100%. I always wanted to give back in a way that I could do, and so the breathing space that I've been granted, I have turned it around. And now, who knows? The question mark is that I can see it. It's just getting to it when I can actually get some peace and quiet and get more of a routine, possibly, without not being in this hellhole. Anyway, baby steps. But that is a very important thank you that I would like to say to, well, it sounds a bit naff, to the country. It sounds like the Queen's speech. I know it sounds a bit naff, but I made a decision a few years ago, and a couple of years ago, when I realised how badly my family were treating me and I was getting my self-confidence back, that they were trying to defraud the country out of tax. And I thought, well, I did my financial exams. It used to be the Securities and Futures Association, SFA. And, it's the kind of thing where once you do the exams, you're a lifelong member of it, loosely, whether you're working in it or not. And I thought, I know about some fancy financial footwork going on here. And these people are, dismissed and discarded me. And I know that they're trying to defraud the country out of tax. A tax that would pay for somebody's benefit, sickness benefits. And I thought, you're trying to do that in front of me and then scream and shout at me when I said that's not right. And, my mother figure was a magistrate for many years, and I thought, what are you doing, dodging tax? So I chose my country over my family, and I reported them. There you go. So that was a big decision, but I know that I did the right thing. And it's a bit of a weird video to make, this one, but I believe I made the right choices, and I believe my focus, my loyalties are in the right place. So again, thank you very much to a wonderful country. I know people run it down, and the country's not really working very well for me at the moment because of agencies and services and authorities, but I trust it will get better. When you talk about something like the police, it's a very broad church, and maybe I just got quite a few bad apples. Who knows? I do hope it turns around. Anyway, one last thank you.